After dropping opposites mind, then how can one take sides again? Dropping opposite mind means finding the place where one can embrace both terms of opposition. When one resides in such a place, one can perceive the validity of both terms and their non-absolute presence. My teacher, the Korean Zen master Song Son, used to enjoy telling the story of the Korean patriot who assassinated a Japanese governor during the Japanese occupation of Korea. The Koreans view this assassin as a great patriot. The Japanese view him as a madman. Now, my teacher would tell this story of the assassin from the Korean point of view in front of Japanese audiences. Then he would tell this same story from the Japanese point of view in front of Korean audiences. Needless to say, this provoked some strong reactions. I also want to say that my teacher considered himself a patriotic Korean, so he did not do this simply to score some kind of glib ideological point. He did this to point directly to the judging mind, the mind which insists on its own rightness and the wrongness of everyone else. Such a mind provides the source for tyranny, the very kind of tyranny that Korea has experienced all too often in its history. Understanding that the origin of tyranny lies within the opposites mind, my teacher sought to expose that mind in order to do what he could to keep it from re-emerging in the future. When you meet a person of the way, someone whose practice has matured, you encounter an easefulness that people find very attractive. The person of the way does not insist on their own agenda. The person of the way hesitates to speak and expresses their own opinion. The person of the way hesitates to speak and express their own opinion. If asked, they do so, but with a willingness to listen to alternate explanations and interpretations. The person of the way does not mind solitude and does not mind company. The person of the way, when with a group of people, will, generally speaking, engage in the activities the group likes. The person of the way will not condemn another. The person of the way remains relaxed and at the same time alert. The person of the way has no problem apologizing for mistakes. The person of the way admits their ignorance without feeling less about themselves. The person of the way does not feel upset about changing plans. The person of the way lives simply. All of this arises naturally in an uncontrived way from dropping the mind which clings to opposites. The person of the way has a fluid mind, able to understand things/situations from multiple perspectives. If one examines one's life, we discover how often our view of things has shifted, how often our view of things has depended upon external conditions or internal contemplations. In the past we have liked X, now we dislike X and like Y. This applies to food, clothing, politics, religion, ethics, any and all fields. Look within to one's own history. Perceive the fluid nature of the opposites one once thought absolute. Enter meditation and drop this mind which insists on absolutes. Embrace heaven and earth, dark and light, creation and destruction, life and death, good and bad. In this way, the entire world and all its realms become a field of grateful presence.